We're doing a revision of simple percentages. So let's get started. We're going to think about $45 as a fraction. So what does 45% mean? 45% means 45 out of 100. So if we had 100 people, we would take 45 of that crowd out, and that would be 45% of the 100 people. So we can write this 45% as 45 over 100, and that is just a simple simplification of a fraction. So if we divide both the top and the bottom by 5, we get 9 over 20. So 45% as a fraction is 9/20. Nice and simple. Let's think of another one. Let's think of a question. Find 24% of 350. So first thing is we take the 24% and we turn it into a fraction. So again, it's 24 over 100, and then to find 24% of 350, we would just multiply that by 350. Input the numbers into your calculator and you should get 84. Method 2, so that's the first way of doing it. The second way to do it is 24% of 350 is 0.24 times 350 equals 84. So now we're going to think about converting a fraction to percentage. So we're going to think about this problem. A local factory employs 1,200 people. 720 of these are women. What fraction are women? So we take our 720 that we know are women and put that over the total number of employees. And now we simplify that down so we can cancel these zeros. And now we will just simplify it down further, so we get 6 over 10, and then we simplify that down to 3/5. And we've done that by here. We've divided by 12. And here we've divided by 2. And that's in simplest terms. Always put your fractions into simplest terms. Now write the answer to part B, to part A as a percentage. So we've got our 3/5, so that's A, that's B, and that is simply the same as saying 3 divided by 5. If you put 3 divided by 5 into your calculator, you get 0.6. To convert the decimal 0.6 to a percentage, you multiply by 100 and you get 60%. So that's basically it. What I would say is, when you're coming to think about the igcse exam, if you are aiming towards the higher tier exam, this sort of work is going to be quite simple for you to do. It's this will be all more revision. If you're looking at the foundation exam and these concepts are a bit more challenging to you, spend time on understanding it and getting it right, because these are the kind of questions that in the foundation exam you would hope to pick up some pretty easy marks. The foundation exam would have a variety of different questions, and they will have this kind of question in the exam, and on the things that are easier concepts for GCSE, spend that time in really understanding them so that you can pick up those marks. And always put your working down. You'll never be penalised for too much working, but you may be penalised for not putting enough working in. And if you make a silly mistake on a calculation, putting something into a calculator, and you get the wrong answer, if you have your working, you still pick up the marks, so that the person who's marking it can see that you understand the concepts. So see you later.